Stop enabling bad behavior. I repeat, stop enabling bad behavior. Like, for example, man, if you have a friend or whatever that you or a family member that you're real close to, and your friend or your family member is doing a lot of bad things out here in these streets, it's okay to call your friend or your family member out. It's okay to call that person out because your friend or your family member, if they taking things way too far, you got to call them out. You have to let them know what they're doing is wrong, because a good friend or a good family member will tell you what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? A good friend, no, I'll put it this way. A good friend or a family member would give you correct criticism. You hear me? If you're a good friend or whatever, you would give your best friend some corrective criticism. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to put them down, but you would try to correct them by giving them good criticism to help them out so they can do better in the long run. But you got people out here that'll call out a stranger for their misdeeds. But here's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? This what grinds my gears about people. People like to pick and choose. They like to pick and choose on who to call out, and especially towards strangers that never done nothing to them, but they just calling them out for the sake of calling them out because they don't like them for any old type of reason. And that stranger never done nothing to them. See, that's what I mean by picking and choosing. You get what I'm coming from? You got people that are literally call out strangers, and those strangers never done nothing to them, but they want to call them out on little petty bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of calling out their friends, they want to pick and choose on the stranger that they barely even know, and that stranger never done nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you calling out this stranger? Okay, cool. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, cool. But why don't you call out your friend as well? Don't just call out the stranger just because you don't like him or like her for any old petty reason. You gotta call both people out, whether it's a stranger and your friend or your family member. You know what I'm saying? Because I realize, like I said before, people have a nasty habit of picking and choosing. Call it out for what it is, man. Don't just, pick on the stranger all the time and all that shit. But I realize, man, sometimes those strangers don't be doing nothing at all too much. They don't be doing nothing that's very offensive. And you got people just want to call that stranger out just because they don't like him, or her for any other petty reason. So that's the bullshit I'm talking about. That's the type of bullshit I'm talking about. That's what grinds my gears. You want to call out that particular person or that stranger just because you don't like that particular person for any other type of reason. That's bullshit. That is total bullshit. If you want to be fair and balanced, you have to call things out for what it is. Whether it's a friend or a stranger, it is what it is. Because people have a nasty habit of picking and choosing. And that's why I say that we need to stop enabling bad behavior. And you want to know why people enable bad behavior? Here's the number one main reason why people enable bad behavior. No, there's two reasons. The two main reasons why people enable bad behavior is, number one, because of fear. And number two, they do a lot of bad shit too. I'll say it again. The two main factors on why a lot of people enable bad behavior, number one, is because of fear. And number two, they out here doing a lot of dirty shit too. You know what I'm saying? They out here doing a lot of dirty shit as well. So that's the two main factors on why a lot of people enable bad behavior. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers are just hypocrites. A lot of people are nasty hypocrites. I mean, don't get me wrong. Most people are hypocrites to some degree, but you got a lot of people out here that are just nasty hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by nasty hypocrites, for example, you're a Christian. You know what I'm saying? But behind closed doors, you out here drinking, smoking, doing drugs, fornicating, but all the while, you're supposed to be a Christian. You're supposed to display clean living, but you're not. That's what I mean by nasty hypocrites. And that's what I mean by many people dude. A nice amount of people that are out here are just nasty fucking hypocrites. And have the nerve and the audacity to point the finger at other people instead of pointing the finger at their goddamn selves. But overall though, man, overall, Just stop enabling bad behavior. Just call things out for what it is, whether it's a friend or a stranger, and that's about it. We all have to be accountable for our actions. We all have a role to play in this world. We all have a role to play in this society. You get what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. If you want to give order, listen. If you want order, guess what? You have to set yourself up for it. You get what I'm saying? If you want peace and order, guess what? You got to put in the work to achieve it. You got to put in the work to get it. Plain and simple, man. Plain and simple. But people don't think of it that way, man. People don't think about stuff like that, man, because they're so busy paying their bills and paying their taxes and all that stuff, man. And I get it. Trust me, I do. But in order for things to stop, we got to step up to the plate and do what we have to do as citizens of this planet. We got to do what the fuck we got to do, man, to bring balance in this world, to bring justice. Plain and simple, man. Playing this motherfucking day, man. We're gonna have to. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. Sure, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So I thank you so much, and have a good day.